Stormwood Associates is a part of the Nerd and Time Network, a collective of independent creators producing original podcasts, shows, books, and other media. You can find more content like this at nerdandtie.com or join our community by joining our Discord at nerdandtie.com/discord or joining our forum at nerdandtie.social. The Dark Wizard Galfus was overthrown, and the Fey Courts restored. 50 years later in the wilds, but only a few years later in our world, a woman named Eloise Stormwood has arrived in this magical realm to open a new office of Stormwood and Associates. The black sheep of her family, she wants to prove herself, but she may be in over her head. They call it the Wilds for a reason. Stormwood and Associates stars Becca Johnson, Gen Proc, Celeste Star Twin, and Trey Dorn. The camera pans over the city of Denarsis. Denarsis, it has been 50 years in the wilds since the Galfus fell. Actually, more like 55, because let's roughly catch it up to about 2025 in our world, in the prime reality. Denarsis is a thriving center hub of the Fey Wilds. Magic has reasserted itself as the Fey Queens have taken power again. The winter, summer, spring, and autumn courts have begun to reflect their perpetual seasons the further away you get away from the center. But in the center, in the city of Denarsis, 4-season calendar. It's fine. It's pretty normal. Denarsis is a neutral ground between the four courts, ruled by none of them, and it has its own city council. It is the center of commerce and trade for the entire Fey Wilds. It is a bustling metropolis with millions of people. The architecture of the city is varied, a mishmash of styles from medieval to glass and steel, to some buildings that almost seem to defy the laws of physics. In the center of Denarsis, where the great tower of Galfus once stood and fell due to the efforts of the Stormwood and Associates crew and the revolution of the Fey Queens, there is now a central park called the Park, which is a field of wildlife and trees and lakes and walking paths and beauty. The gates to other worlds and the cracks to other worlds that had once been closed and sealed are also open. Besides the residents of the wilds, besides the the 6 races of the wilds, because we have the Fae, elves, dwarves, goblins, halflings, and dwarves. I said dwarves. I'm just trying to remember which one I said. I know what the dwarves and maybe gnomes are actually joined by the occasional human now and then who wander into a fairy circle and get themselves lost. So there are some worlds where the gates are open permanently. Such as there are several permanent pathways to a reality that will be familiar to listeners back to the universe GH5971382.4956. better known to our listeners as the Prime Reality. There are several, and there are other universes that have regularly open gates, and then there are others that flicker between worlds. Because as magic has grown and reasserted itself into the wilds, so has some of the wild magic that is inherent here. Some of the people who have come through have embraced this new world. Some have done their best to get back to their homes. And overall, it is... out of the people who do come, there are some who have intentionally sought out the wilds as a place to hide and a place to live. And Denarsis is often a home to those people, including a group called the Denari Way, who are a group of off-worlders dedicated to reconnecting to the quote-unquote true way of the Fey Wilds. They're kooks. Anyways, in a small building in a far... Oh, I should also... Besides the three courts that are ruled by a queen, there is also the Autumn Court, whose queen is in exile and has been long since before the rise of Galfus and the fall of the queens. The Autumn Court is ruled by a new democracy that is asserts itself in the Autumn Lands. Because there's no one in charge who can take charge, because by Fey contract, no one else can, no other Fey can control a land unless they have the crown of the Autumn Queen, and the crown of the Autumn Queen is sitting on the head of the Autumn Queen in a pocket universe, and she can't come back. And if you want to know what she's like, go listen to season 4 of The Meat Grinder. Anyways, Stormwood and Associates is a name that has risen in legend over the past 55 years. Besides the fact that they are credited with being the primary reason that Galfus was overthrown and his rule of terror and his caste system and his conquests have all been settled and peace has been brought back to the multiverse. The fact is also the Queen of the Spring Court is a member of the Stormwood family, as is the Queen Consort of the Summer Court. So, you know, the name Stormwood carries some weight. Which is why you three find yourselves, at least on a little street, in a little, cute little neighborhood, not far from the Central Park in Denarsis, in the Autumn Quarter. Because even though Denarsis itself is not controlled by the courts, because everything goes to a central point, each quarter of the city is still divided in reference and name to the part of the courts it would fall under if Denarsis did not exist. So at a small building in the Autumn Quarter, all three of you are currently lined up to interview for a job with Stormwood Associates, which has put out flyers and ads that the illustrious organization is hiring. So, the three of you find yourself in line with many other applicants. It's a line going halfway down the block. In a small wooden, the storefront of stone and masonry with large windows that has Stormwood and Associates painted on the windows in fresh letters. And, the three of you find yourself, for whatever reasons that you personally have, in line with the rest of the job applicants. Who am I looking at? Let's start with you, Becca.
Okay, so Roxy Kelroon is a dwarf. She is about 55, 60-ish. She is about 4 feet tall. dressed in, and like a she has like dusty tan, like dusty light tan skin, and she is and she has brown hair that is turning gray. She is wearing a black black crop top and a sleeveless duster, black sleeveless duster, with tight pants, cowboy boots, and a cowboy hat. Yes.
All right.
Oh, at her side, she has her trusty crossbow. It is a magic crossbow. The technology of magic crossbows has come quite some way. It is effectively a shotgun, but it does have a secondary function as a crossbow.
Yeah, I should mention the technology in Denarsis is a mix of stuff like what Becca just described of Roxy having, but also like there are places also just sell regular shotguns too. It is a because so many items get imported from other realities here. It is a mixture of the magical items you typically find across the wilds along with more mundane ones. As you guys are standing on the sidewalk, besides crystal-driven magic carts drive by, you also swear you just saw a Chevy Bolt. All right. Moving on down the list, the person waiting in line behind Roxy is Gen. Tell me about your character.
Behind Roxy stands an elderly goblin man with a bald head, big bushy eyebrows, the grandest big white mustache you've ever seen, curled at the ends. Um, he is dressed fairly nicely in a clean button-up shirt, creased pants with a nice pair of suspenders to hold them up, and his dress shoes are nicely polished. This is Algernon, also known as Big Al, Eustace Fontenaldo.
Okay. And then behind Big Al, Celeste, tell me who else is waiting in this line right now.
Standing behind Big Al is a very tall orc. His name is Rorgoth Elvsbane. He's wearing some button-up green shirt, leather trousers that seem a little anachronistic as they're cut like a pair of jeans. He has a belt with several items on it, what appears to be a family heirloom orc scimitar, and a leather pauldron over his left shoulder. He's got quite a bit of hair for an orc. In fact, he's wearing a mullet.
Okay. All right, so you guys are in line for a while. Eventually, as the line goes into the shop, you see kind of an office. There's a handful of desks inside here that are empty and clean. The interior of the office, while the windows are nice and big and there's a lot of light coming in, it is all dark woods and fine inlay. The desks are old wooden, maybe some of the desks are roller style desks with cases over them, while other are just plain wooden desks that have been pushed together. There is technology that is sitting on these desks that looks like newly in-box computers that haven't been set up yet, and wooden office chairs on rollers, and The line is headed back towards an office at the back, and every once in a while, the door opens and an applicant is let in. After probably about 5-10 minutes, the applicant leaves. So, I mean, good news. This isn't a trap. People are leaving. But mostly been getting dejected faces as people head back there. Eventually, Becca, you are the last. You are first in line as the door opens again, and a halfling opens the door. She is about 3.5 feet tall. Her hair is dark brown hair cut in a undercut with a bit of a wave to it. She is wearing a pair of khaki pants, a beige button-up shirt with there are a bunch of pouches at her waist attached to her belt, and along with it, she's dressed like Indiana Jones. Okay, she's dressed like Indiana Jones. She's not wearing the hat right now, but she's dressed like Indiana Jones. Just that's the image. And she just opens the door, and a very dejected-looking elf exits and walks right out, and she gestures for you to come in to the office. Roxy.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, okay. Take a seat. She gestures to some chairs, and she goes behind a large, dark wooden desk with kind of ornate carvings on it, into a tall, plush, dark brown leather chair, and sits down on it. The chair is clearly like sized for like like an elf or an orc, but she is just sitting behind her tiny self on the, behind it as a halfling. And she starts shuffling through papers. All right, do you have a resume?
Resume. No.
Okay.
I don't have a.
Okay. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? What's your name?
Roxy Kelroon.
Roxy Kelroon. Okay. And why do you think, she's scribbling some notes on some paper, why do you think you would be a good fit for Stormwood and Associates?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I have a past. I've had a run-in or two with the law.
Mm-hmm.
I've been involved in a number of.
When you say the run with the law, she scribbles something down and underlines it 3 times. Keep going.
I've been involved in a number of organizations. I've been involved with some people.
What organizations?
Oh, just all types.
Yeah. Could you bring any sort of specifics, or at least genre?
Well, criminal, political, sexual.
She tilts her head at the last one.
I don't intend to bring any of those skills here. It was asked.
I guess I was more concerned with ones that could. So the criminal, political, that can affect job performance and background and context. I'm just gonna tell you, like, in the future, most times at a job interview, you don't have to bring up your sexual past. In fact, there is and she pulls out this guidebook. We've got a whole guidebook on questions not to ask about that sort of thing. It's just it is the Stormwood Associates HR handbook.
Great.
And she opens up the first page, and it says,
next time don't ask about that. Great. Okay.
Yeah, it says, like, she opens up the front page, and in giant letters it says, Kel says, don't ask people who they fucked. Yeah, it's a little blunt. She
Understood.
puts it back on the table. He's a head of HR is a little bit of a strange one. Sorry, that's humanoid relations. I know you guys don't really use the term humanoid in this universe. Sorry. That was insensitive of me. All right. Sorry. Political organizations. Are you talking, when you say political organization, do you mean like political party or do you mean terrorist cell? There was a violent regime change 55 years ago in this place. The Autumn Court has had 3 governments in the last 55 years. It's okay. Like, I'm not going to get mad.
Right. Okay. So we did overthrow a government a local government in the far fall.
Okay.
No, that was.
I mean,
that was 40 years ago.
Okay. I
was quite young.
All right. I have to be clear because, like, when you talk about political organizations, that obviously the Stormwood family has connections within several courts, and I don't want to make this an awkward situation when I go home for the holidays. You know, so Autumn Court, fine. Don't give a shit. Okay. Scribble some notes down. Criminal organization. What kind of criminal organizations? I'm just going to be honest that that could actually be a useful asset to know the lay of the land within the criminal organization.
That's why I mention it. That's my I have skills.
Uh-huh.
A lot of them are weapons based. But you know, I can do some stuff.
Okay, and so what's your level of knowledge on the actual common, like, current street organizations operating in Denarsis and other areas of the Feywilds criminally?
Okay, sorry. Great, now I have to make shit up.
You can be vague. You don't have to give details. I just need to know. We can come up with details later. She's just...
Okay.
She's just trying to get a read about whether or not this will be useful later.
The leader of Silver Rain and I...
Ooh, Silver Rain, what's that? That sounds neat.
Yeah, so they're a spring court based group. And we used to date, and we're still friendly.
They're running a criminal enterprise in the spring court?
I know.
Legally complicated court of the entire... That just seems like work.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd get an aneurysm. Oof.
They're quite good.
Well, I mean, they'd have to be. All right. And then where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, I don't even know where I was 5 years ago.
Well, I mean, 5 years ago, a big tower was falling in the middle of the city. So, I mean, most people know where they were 5 years ago. Oh, no, that's 55. Never mind. Scratch that. Trey made a mistake. Although, actually, from Eloise's point of view, it was only 5 years ago. But, yeah. Because that's when the doorways... Well, no. Yeah. Because, yeah, that's when the doorways opened. But the thing had fallen 50... Scratch that. Trey's tired. Trey's operating on 3 hours of sleep.
My partner and I, they have a ranch, about a day and a half day's ride. Sorry, half day's ride from here, and hoping to expand that.
Okay, and have you ever killed a person with your bare hands? Sorry, this is a standard interview question. She's
Ah.
literally holds up a form. It's a standard interview question.
Well, I mean, who hasn't?
You would be shockingly surprised.
I'm not. I am proud. Okay, I'm proud of it, but I'm not proud of it.
She kind of looks at you. Roll me a d10.
9.
Okay. All right. All right. She's making some notes.
All right, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. The presence of a new kind of cops here with ties to the government has me wary.
Okay. So, first off, real important couple of things. We officially have no connection. While the Stormwood and Associates name is associated with obviously members of 2 of the courts, we are operating independently of all of the courts. And we will not be consulting with those courts. In fact, okay, so what we're here to do is we are not cops. We are not granted any government authority. Just because my name, she points to a little plaque where it says Eloise Stormwood on a little nameplate on her desk. Just because my name carries the same name as those courts does not mean I carry any of their authority, nor do I want their authority. Fuck that authority. Our job at Stormwood and Associates is to help our clients. People hire us, and we do a job, whether it is locate lost goods, whether it is find things, whether it is provide security for an event, whether or not it is... She pauses and goes, this is like a big expansion for us. I am taking a big swing with this office. We usually operate... This is our first off-world office. We have typically operated within our own universe where magic is highly regulated. So normally, where I'm from, to have an agency that uses magic is tightly regulated by the government, and we're one of the few agencies that is allowed to use magic. Magic is not regulated in this world. There is no government regulation of it whatsoever here. Anybody can just pick up and do it. And we see this as... I see this as an opportunity to expand what we do and to learn more and to use those so we can use those resources back home. But our focus here is we are not cops. Fuck the cops. All right? Just ACAB all the way. And we are here to help people who need resources that the government cannot provide here. I mean, we're in Denarsis. The city government here is a kind of a thing. Like, there is a local police force, but, like, they don't do shit. Did you know that most murders go unsolved here? Most thefts go unrecovered. And so, yeah. But our job is not to arrest people. Our job is not to, if a client has a stolen item and they hire us to recover it, our job is to get that item back. That's it. We're not cops.
All right.
Fuck cops.
Fuck cops. I am here because I want to help people. I am here because I have helped to rustle up some animals before that the government of a village in the far fall was hoarding. And we destroyed that government, and we gave the animals and the village back to the people.
She nods her head. Okay, so I'm gonna write a figure down here, and I want to hire you. I'm gonna be frank. I want to hire you. I'm gonna write a figure down on a piece of paper. She writes something down on paper. And is this an acceptable salary for you? And she slides it across the table. You gonna pick it up?
Yeah, I pick it up.
All right. It is I'm not going to be specific with the figures, but it is probably more money than you've ever had in your life.
She does a whistle like that I can't do. And like and just, all right.
Yeah, so that'll be your first month, and then we'll see about
Month.
take you on probation from there. All right, great. Why don't you take one of the desks out in the lobby and send in the next applicant for me?
Thank you kindly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, by the way,
Okay.
and she like pulls out this huge stack of paperwork with a pen on top. Also, I need you to fill this out.
Oh.
You're getting paid to fill it out, so
It's wonderful. Yeah, thank
great.
you.
Awesome. Oh, and if there are any like identification numbers in there that it asks for that don't exist within this reality, obviously you can skip those lines.
Okay.
Sorry, we only have so many sets of forms. All right. So she says that we're actually gonna send in Big Al.
Yes.
All right, Big Al.
Yep.
You are sent into the office, and Eloise is sitting behind the desk, half lost behind it by how tall it is. And she is scribbling down on paper. Take a seat, take a seat, take a seat.
He does.
Tell me about yourself. What's your name?
Well, my name is Algernon Eustace Fontenaldo, but
Great.
you could call me Big Al.
Fontenaldo. Okay. Big Al. Do you have a resume, Big Al?
I don't need one.
She pauses and looks up at you. Okay.
He nods back at her, waggles his eyebrows a little bit.
She's doing that thing where she's tilted her head up only slightly, so she's kind of looking up through her own eyebrows at you skeptically. All right, so tell me, what is your general work experience?
Well, I owned Jake's Japes for 30 years.
That means very little to me. Explain to me what that is.
I used to run a practical joker magic shop for a couple decades there until we got bought out by freaking old Joke Mart.
She's kind of like pinching
I've got a little bit of business acumen under my belt.
She's kind of pinching the arch of her nose.
And I do have a fair number of magical training years under my belt as well.
She picks up a little bit of that. Really?
Indeed you do. I fought in the war.
Okay. The which war?
The war.
Right. Okay. So we're in the autumn.
You're not from here. Sorry about that. Not used to meeting off-worlders.
You talking about the big one with Galphus?
Indeed you do.
You're a goblin.
Yep.
So you fought on
A side. One of those sides. Yep.
There were large. There was a side that was my cousin and her friends and the Fae, and then there was the other side.
Yep.
Okay. She's writing something down and like making some like scrambling notes. Okay, so you said you're a magic user.
Indeed.
Can you give me a quick flourish or something to verify that?
Absolutely. He dips into his shirt pocket and flourishes out um, an incandescent bouquet of flowers.
Okay, so you pulled a bouquet of flowers that are glowing. But the problem is you just told me you ran a practical joke shop, and I don't... There are at least 3 stores that sell glowing flowers down this street, so can you do something a little bit more... less something I could replicate myself?
All right.
Just give me make a spontaneous ball of light over the desk that's not physically connected to anything.
He does so. It's a neon sign of a smiley face, and it's spinning.
Okay. You're the only magic user who's walked in the door all day. And this is what I'm getting. This is what's happening to my life right now. Awesome. Okay, what would you say is your greatest weakness?
He twiddles his mustache as he thinks. This is really tough. Does he have a weakness? You could say I have a particular fondness for sardines.
Okay, that's not a... like in the workplace, what is your greatest weakness in like a work environment where you have been before? God, what are job interviews like in this universe where people don't have these pre-prepared? My greatest weakness is that I'm a perfectionist, so sometimes I dwell too long on a single task because I'm trying too hard to get it perfect, and I let others voice... Like, that's the sort of thing. You read me some bullshit that sounds like a strength when you really think about it too much. None of these people have worked retail. I mean, this guy has, but... What the fuck? She's just kind of muttering to herself. All right. Okay, so... God, you are the only magic user who has walked into this fucking office all day. How many people were behind you in line?
A bunch.
There were probably about 10 people still behind you. You were pretty far back in the line. How many is a bunch? Do you think any of the people behind you knew how to do magic? She's just like head in her hand.
Oh, what was that? I got lost in thought.
Did you think any of the like people behind you in line knew how to do magic? You can just say no. Probably not. No. Okay. All right. I'm going to offer you a job. I hate this. All right. I'm going to offer you a job. All right, great. I'm going to offer you a job, Big Al. She writes down a number on a sheet of paper, slides it across the desk. If you pick it up, it's a pretty big amount of money.
Oh, Mavis will enjoy that.
Who's Mavis?
The wife.
Oh.
Ever since the store got closed down, she kept telling me, get out of the house, get out of the house. So here I am, getting out of the house.
Great. Okay, well, welcome to the Stormwood team. We'll try you out for a month on a trial basis. Here is your welcome packet, and she hands over this huge stack of paperwork. Grab one of the desks that is out there and start filling this out.
Thank you kindly.
Skip any lines that you don't like. If it requires for ID numbers and things like that don't exist in this reality, obviously you can skip those lines.
Okay, will do.
All right, and send in the next applicant.
So, Rorgoth stomps into the room.
Whoo, you're a big motherfucker.
Thanks. They used to tell me that all the time. Is it okay if I sit down?
Yes, no, please do. She motions at one of the chairs that's across the table that is actually, that's across her desk, that is orc-sized, that you can easily sit in.
Thank you kindly.
All right. So do you have a resume?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Pulls out a sheet of paper. It's a little, some of the stuff on it is kind of, seems to have been drawn in pen, and then the lettering turns to red about halfway through.
All right. What kind of stuff is she seeing on this resume?
So the name, Rorgoth Elvsbane, former military experience, private security experience.
This is good.
Thank you. Don't mind the last name. That's a family name. It's not actually a racial thing. I don't actually have anything against elves.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No.
I had to explain that one a lot.
I'm a halfling. I don't care.
I mean, yeah, but like, you know.
I mean, my last name is Stormwood. We had an encounter with some dryads outside of town the other day. They get touchy. Anyways, she's looking at. All right, this is. So you have experience with security and private contracting. Tell me about your experience in security. Have you ever killed a person by crushing their neck with one hand?
Oh yeah, last week.
Excellent. Okay, this is good. You would be surprised how many people walk in here with no security background asking to get hired to do security who have never killed a single person.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me. Because a lot of those people end up getting killed by me. Yeah,
but you go 20 minutes out of town into the autumn court and you got bandits and you got there are so many security gigs for just escort shit in this town. You would think that anyways.
You keep your head down enough, you can usually avoid actually having to kill anybody.
That's true. That's true. They get really embarrassed about it too. All right. This is lovely.
Thank you.
This is probably the best resume I've seen all day. It's mostly written in ink.
Yeah, I ran out of ink at a certain point, and there was a guy who, broke my pen, and he already owed me money, so I decided to call it even.
Excellent. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about Stormwood here. Obviously, you've heard things, I presume, because of the family reputation, but importantly, we are not running off of any government authority. We are going to be taking clients. So our goal is that we're going to be taking... we're going to be trying to take some high-profile clients who can afford our services and charge them money for things like security and recovery, while also taking pro bono cases for people who can't afford help. The idea is to pay for those, to pay for the pro bono cases with the bigger jobs for paying customers and patrons. So it's one for them, one for us. You know what I mean? So it's
it seems fair.
But so some of our jobs are going to be high risk security jobs, and honestly, we're looking to go in with a slim team. we're starting out here with just a small office, and so I need someone who has your skills. And she's just making notes and like jotting things down and copying things down from your resume into like a pad. And
Yeah, the guy who runs the Southside Blades, that gang.
I don't, but tell me about that.
I killed his brother.
Excellent.
Yeah. We're on shockingly good terms, all things considered.
That feels like a Blade Squad reference. And all right, she's noting a few things down. All right, tell me about a time where you had a conflict with another coworker at a past job and how you resolved it without killing each other.
Ooh. Without killing each other.
Yeah, it's very important that you don't kill your coworkers here.
Out killing each other. Okay.
No killing coworkers here. So tell me about how you resolved that.
Well, okay. Not great at that one. So, one of my first jobs where I got a lot of my hands-on experience, someone might say, was when I was working for a dark army with some other orcs, and I had a crisis of faith in the mission, if you will. So I did resolve that problem by going AWOL, and I did kill a bunch of my coworkers then. So that was the thing.
Okay.
But I'm not a big fan of. I try to pick fights with guys that can defend themselves.
All right, Rorgoth.
Not really big on picking on people who can't fight back. Feels unfair, unsportsmanlike.
All right. All right, so I'm going to offer you a job. This is the most obvious hire that I've had walking this day the entire day. I think you're exactly what I need.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And so I'm going to put down a figure on some paper here, and she writes down some paper, slides it across the desk to you. Pick it up. It is a fairly large sum.
Hey, are you sure you put the decimal point in the right place?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's just for the first month.
Oh my God. Yes, I will do this, whatever it is you guys need me to do.
Excellent. So this is for a first month trial. If you work out, you will stay. If you don't work out, we go our separate ways. And
Whoa. There's a first month. What kind of trial are we talking about? I don't know any good lawyers.
No, it's
so I don't know if
as in like we're just seeing if you're a good fit for permanent employment. So you're
that kind of trial. Okay,
yeah,
never mind. We got it. Sounds good.
You're gonna be one of those. Okay. So I'm gonna need you to fill. She pulls out this huge packet of paperwork.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna need you to fill this out. Don't worry. If you run out of ink in this pen, I have more pens. Please do not take any fluids from other people in the office. Grab a desk, and then could you send everybody else home? Tell
all
people
right.
The interviews are done.
All right, I'll be right back.
Stormwood Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Network. For more information about the show, go to nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. There you can find subscription links to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any other major platform. You can follow the show on social media by following Nerd and Tie at nerdandtie.bsky.social on Blue Sky, facebook.com/nerdandtie on Facebook, or nerdandtie.tumblr.com. You can also join our online community at nerdandtie.social or join our Discord with an invite at nerdandtie.com/discord.